Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. Fourth video that we filmed back to back. You're seeing them a little spread out, but for us it's been all in the last 30 minutes. Erik Karlsson, Tyler Seguin, Steve Yzerman, and now Zetterberg. Wow, what a crazy week of events to talk about. So it's really unfortunate because Zetterberg has announced his retirement, and you guys know that I have a Zetterberg, and you can see it up there, a Zetterberg jersey. The shirt has Zetterberg on the back. I'm a big fan of Zetterberg. So this is really devastating for me. Not a big fan of Detroit, but I like to cheer for individual players. I think you're the same way.
Yep.
So it sucks when you see one of those great players have to retire or maybe take a year off or something like that because of injury. And unfortunately, retirement is in this situation for Zetterberg. He has a degenerative back issue. He had surgery in 2014, and he's played 15 years with Detroit, amassing 960 points in 1,082 games. That's almost a point per game.
Almost a point a game.
That's incredible.
Tremendous.
Won a cup in 2008 with Detroit.
Yep.
And he got the
trophy that
MVP
year.
of the playoffs.
Yep.
Detroit doesn't win the cup in 2008 without Zetterberg.
Yep, absolutely.
That says so much. So, that's tough. Tough loss.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to remember Zetterberg for. He was so calm all the time, in my opinion. He reminds me, like, Carey Price always gets the comment of him being always calm.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the forward, the player that has that kind of mentality or that kind of gamesmanship is Zetterberg. He's always calm. He's very patient with the puck. He's very patient with the puck. He can protect the puck. Like he reminds me of Jágr a little bit. Jágr was always so good with protecting the puck with his butt and stuff. And Zetterberg has a lot of the same qualities, and he has a very underrated backhand as well. He's a great playmaker. All around, Zetterberg was fantastic. I really enjoyed watching him play, and I'm very sad that he's decided to retire.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. If there's a silver lining around this cloud, is this instantly solves Detroit's cap problem.
You're right, yeah.
Because he was on the books for another $6+ million this year coming up, and they were $3 million over the cap already, or whatever it was. So his departure, he's on the IR, but if he comes right off the books altogether, Detroit is no longer in a cap crunch. Not that it's going to help them much because they can't afford to sign anybody still. You know, they really can't bring a lot in there. But
I mean, they're not going to be playing. They're not going to want to play at the cap anyway. They're not a cup contending team.
They're not.
They're kind of in this rebuild sort of process, I guess. So they can still be competitive. As far as a Stanley Cup competitive team, I would probably say no, in my personal opinion.
I don't see them as a playoff contender this year either way.
Probably a bubble team at the most.
At the most.
Like, it's going to be really tough. There's so many good teams this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be really tough for Detroit.
One of the lower bottom feeding teams is going to luck into that last playoff spot.
Absolutely,
maybe, unless the Metropolitan Division gets really good.
And it could be.
Detroit, Buffalo, Montreal, those teams are all just bubbling away down there. And in a normal season, they wouldn't be playoff contenders. But if there's so many of those teams, Ottawa now is down there. There's so many of those teams, one of them actually might end up backing into the playoffs.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know, right? I mean, these teams come out of nowhere. We saw it in Nashville 2 years ago. Last year was Colorado. They snuck in.
Yeah.
There's, of all these bottom feeder teams in the NHL right now, Buffalo and Arizona and Montreal and Ottawa and Detroit and all of these teams, one of those teams that I mentioned and a few more that I didn't, one of them are going to have a very good year and likely get into the playoffs. The thing is, we don't know what team that's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. It always does.
That's why we watch.
That's why we watch. There's always an underdog story basically every year. So it's fantastic. So, you know what? Detroit could be that team. They could do it. Will they? I personally don't believe they will. Who knows? The Zetterberg leaving hurts them and helps them at the same time, like you kind of mentioned. So I wish them all the best. I wish Zetterberg even more best. And that's all I gotta say. I'll leave it at that.
Is he going back to Sweden, or do we know that yet? A little early.
If he said, I didn't read his plans for the future.
Yeah,
it'd be cool if he stayed on the team as some kind of advisor or scout or
even
mentor.
face-off coach or something. He was a center.
Absolutely.
Maybe
Special teams, something like that.
Something he could do. But whatever he does, good luck to him. He brought a lot to the city of Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
And he's one of those. Detroit had so much talent with those Russians and Swedes that they had over the years, and he is almost the last link. Lidstrom's still around, right?
What do you mean? He's still around. Like, he's still alive.
He's not on the team.
No, he's not on the team. Lester retired like 8 years ago.
Any chance you can edit that out so I don't look so stupid?
No.
Damn. But so then he is the last one.
He is.
I remember going through the roster, and this is not lately, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, looking to see what continuity they had from the late 90s into the present day as it was then.
Mm-hmm.
And they had, you had all your Russians and you had all your Swedes. And you had Lindstrom and you had Zetterberg. And you had Fedorov and all those guys that made a nice, nice linkage all the way through.
There might be someone else. I'm not sure. I can't remember where Clendenning plays now. I'm not sure. I can't remember how long he's been on the team. Anyway, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but they've got a great future. They've got some fantastic young talent.
Oh, their future looks good.
And
they just need to get the cap issue, over the next couple of years, get that sorted out.
Yeah.
Kind of revamp the team a little bit, and they're going to be right back in there. So.
Yeah. So good things coming for Detroit. Maybe Zetterberg will be around in some way to help enjoy that success. But
yeah, definitely.
If not, good luck to him wherever he goes.
Absolutely. So thanks, guys, for watching this video. Appreciate it. There'll be more coming, so please hit the subscribe button down below, and we'll see you in those future videos. Adios.